Greetings and welcome to another Fate Grand Order video. A quick one actually. Now today we're going to talk about very quickly over Overcharge. Now if you don't know what Overcharge is, it is basically what happens when a servant gets over 100% charge. This could happen either by charging it naturally, charging it with abilities and skills, or by creating an MP chain that will make the second and third one have an extra 100 and 200% charge on their charge. Now normally when this happens, you tend to, say, okay, who's my strongest servant? He'll go last, we got to deal more damage. However, this game does not function like that. If you want to deal more damage with Overcharge, it's going to depend on who is actually going to do it, because the effects of Overcharge vary from servant to servant. So now to demonstrate. So here we are, right about to finish off Gilgamesh, and we have an MP chain available to us, and with it we can finish off the fight this turn, or nearly. However, normally what you would do is you would go from lowest rarity to highest rarity, and pretty much assume that the higher rarity servants would deal more damage. However, based on what I just said, we would assume that Raikyo would deal the most damage. So let's go take a look at her, shall we? As we can see, her Noble Phantasm increases your C star drop rate 1 turn, effect increases with Overcharge. So as you can see, she doesn't actually deal more damage when she gets Overcharge. Instead, she gets more critical stars. So let's take a look at Elizabeth. Now, she deals heavy defense, ignoring damage to all enemies level 1, and inflict curse 3 turns. Effect increases, so she doesn't deal extra damage either. Well, she kind of does. Her dot goes from, I think, from 500 to 1,000, I think. Maybe, at most. So she doesn't deal extra damage either. So what about Tamamo? Deals significant special attack damage to a single male enemy. Special attack damage increases with Overcharge. So as you can see, Tamamo is the only one out of these 3 servants that actually deals more damage the higher her MP level becomes. So she obviously is going to go at the very end. Now, based on that, we still have Elizabeth and Minamoto there. So who do we launch when? Well, considering that Elizabeth applies a curse, and the curse goes from 5 to 1,000 for 5 turns, that's an extra 2,500 damage. It's okay-ish, but I don't think the fight will last 5 turns. So that means me getting some extra critical stars from Raikyo right there is probably the second best. So the orders are going to be Elizabeth, Raikyo, and Tamamo for actual maximum damage. Now that means we're going to do, yes, go to attack. Elizabeth first, then Raikyo, and then Tamamo, and luckily all of them are actually busters, so we also get a buster MP chain, which is very important for maximum damage, because we get that, the attack up. So let's see how much damage we actually do. And there we go. Thanks to that proper MP chain we launched, we were able to take him down. Now, we did go a little overboard because Tamamo absolutely destroys males. I think we did, that was 50, around 70, almost 80,000 damage here. So anyway, since we're talking about Overcharge Effects, let's go take a look at some other servants that you would assume deal more damage, and that actually don't, and whose Overcharge Effect is actually very different. Okay, so let's go into our Spirit Origin list and take a look at some of our other 5-star servants. Now, I can tell you from experience that Mordred and Artoria, or Autri as it is in English, doesn't actually deal extra damage either. Instead, they get something else. As you can see, well, Mordred kind of does. She deals special attack damage to all Arthur enemies, so she deals extra damage to, well, his father. And that does go up with Overcharge, and then slightly restore MP effect increases with Overcharge. So in a sense, she can do extra damage, but not by much. If we take a look here at Saber, you can see that all she has is she gets a little MP restoration as well, same as Mordred. Now, who else can we do? Jack. Now, Jack is one of those rare cases that does deal extra damage in certain circumstances, because apply special attack female status to yourself, effect increases with Overcharge. So against female, she deals actually pretty monstrous damage, but against anyone else, she doesn't really. Now, what about some other servants that people use a lot? Let's take a look at Jean. What does she do with Overcharge? Invincible to return, nothing, and restore HP. In fact, increases with Overcharge and inflict stun. So the only thing she does with Overcharge is she increases the amount of healing you receive. I think it's 500 per level, maybe, possibly. Not sure. I've actually never used her. I just got her recently, and I was like, I might as well level her up. So let's see, who else can we use that we can actually deal damage with? Let's take a look at Chloe. What does she do with Overcharge? Let's see. She'll hit and significant damage to a single enemy. Decrease critical hit rate, effect increases with Overcharge. Not really that good, if we're completely honest. Let's see, what about, let's see, who's actually used, here we go, Kintoki. What does he do? Increases your quick card effectiveness, effect increases with Overcharge. There we go. So he's another one of those rare cases that actually deals more damage the later in the chain he goes on an MP chain. So let's see, who else is actually used quite often? Ooh, Heracles, of course. What does he do with Overcharge? Surely he does more damage. No, he does not. He only decreases our defense. So yeah, so he is definitely one you want to start with. Let's see, who else can we use? Let's see, Frankenstein here. What did you do? Considerable damage to enemies, decrease critical hit rate. Yeah, she doesn't deal damage either. So as you can see, servants that actually deal more damage with Overcharge are very, very rare. So now that you know this, you can actually plan your MP chains properly. And hopefully deal more damage and finish off an enemy before they actually survive with 1% HP and all that other ugly stuff that can happen. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you, I believe, Thursday for the 2018 Pumpkin event. Anyway, later.